guest of honor, distinguished guests, it is my honor and privilege to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the Human Rights Commission and indeed on my own behalf during this commemoration of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. May I first take this opportunity to appreciate the presence of the guest of honor and the valuable insights reflected in the speech that has been delivered, notably the agency of legal amendments to facilitate enhanced women's participation in politics, and also the commitment to make provision for safe homes for victims of gender-based violence who are predominantly women. This occasion is extremely important in the global human rights calendar because it flags off the 16 days long international campaign for the elimination of violence against women that falls on 25th November annually. The campaign is also particularly special because it culminates into the commemoration of the International Human Rights Day on the 10th of December of every year. Gender-based violence is a serious crime and a grave violation and abuse of human rights that must vigorously and continuously be addressed at individual, family, institutional, community, and national levels. The Commission acknowledges the positive efforts towards ending gender-based violence, such as legal, policy, institutional, and administrative reforms as outlined by the guest of honor, that the country has implemented and continues to implement since the Beijing Declaration and Platform of Action almost 30 years ago. This year's theme, Towards Beijing Plus 30, Unite to End Violence Against Women and Girls, signals a clarion call for continued coordinated and collaborative efforts towards ending gender-based violence globally. Guest of honor, distinguished guests, as earlier stated, gender-based violence is an endemic international crime, abuse, and violation of human rights. Therefore, in addition to the progressive legal, policy, institutional, and administrative reforms, the Commission is calling for scaling up of efforts towards redressing the root causes of gender-based violence, such as patriarchy, inequality, and deep-rooted poverty. The Commission wishes to take this opportunity, through the guest of honor, to commend government for sustaining the free education policy and accelerating the implementation of a wide range of social protection and empowerment measures which particularly target women and girls. Further, the Commission would like to encourage government and cooperating partners to continue with the good work and scale up resource allocation towards education, empowerment projects and programs in order to contribute towards redressing the effects of patriarchy, inequality, and poverty as a sustainable approach towards reducing gender-based violence. There is also need to enhance both formal and informal training in life skills among women and girls in order to build their capacity to effectively claim their rights and break the intergenerational silence against gender-based violence. The Commission is confident that the country is headed in the right direction towards fighting gender-based violence. This confidence is based on the demonstrated commitment at the highest level of political leadership in having the Republican president as the African continental champion in the fight against child marriage, which is a form of gender-based violence. Guest of honor, the Commission wishes to assure the nation of its continued human rights sensitization activities to help change traditional and customary beliefs and practices that are repugnant to human rights and are discriminatory against women and girls. It is also important to note that the Commission remains cognizant that inasmuch as men and women, that inasmuch as men and boys are key allies in gender equality, they are also victims of gender-based violence and will not be left behind. In conclusion, may I once more thank you, guest of honor, for taking time from your busy schedule to grace this important commemoration. This demonstrates the significance that you and your administration attach to the welfare of women, men, girls, and boys who are victims of gender-based violence. A big thank you to all the speakers for the messages of appreciation, encouragement, and solidarity for action against all forms of gender-based violence. To the UN system in Zambia and all the cooperating partners, the Commission and the nation at large remain indebted to you for your continued support towards inclusive and sustainable development in Zambia. I also wish to thank you all for listening, for your time and concerted efforts to come and celebrate this important day in the global human rights calendar. Lastly, and certainly not the least, thank you to the organizers of this great event. It has been a huge success, and we should all look forward to continued collaborative action and unite against gender-based violence. Thank you.